Me this morning. We got a packed morning. We have Nancy Mowen from the Jamieson Community Center. She's the executive director. Good morning.
Good morning, Vanessa.
She is here because she would like to have the microphone to talk to this lovely community.
We have such an amazing community, so many great people. The turnout for Halfway to Freezing for Food is always wonderful, but it seemed like we had more people out on the sidewalk with us this year. And the funds that came in were wonderful, especially for the summer event. Usually our December event
Is our largest.
it brings in a little more money. I think people are in the mood for giving in December. But
Well, and we're actually usually cold in December.
yes,
Usually standing out there freezing, but
we get some pity donations, I
Yes.
think, in December.
yeah, we have a just fabulous community. We collected $8,157.32 over that 3 days, that 12 hours, 10 to 2 each day. And more than 200 people signed up for the volunteer side of the event. People don't
Right.
realize those folks, they literally come out and stand there for an hour. And they do so because cars just keep pulling up and donating money right there on the side of the road.
Yes, they do, and they did it in abundance.
What kind of food were we
For
able?
us.
Yes. What kind of? And also, I can't believe I haven't said this already. Roseville Helping Hands Food Pantry, of course, the other beneficiary of the program. We're so tickled to be able to help them and have them a part of this event as well. Nancy, what kind of food did you get?
Oh, we got all kinds of food, all the things that we were looking for. So we try very hard to have staples for people so that they know when they come what they can expect to get at the food pantry. So that would include canned vegetables, canned fruit, we do some canned proteins. We do have some meat in our freezer, but the canned proteins are a nice supplement. Peanut butter. We did a lot of cereal. That's a popular item, and it seems like we can never keep it in stock anymore. Our numbers, and this is true for Roseville Helping Hands as well, numbers have really increased in the last year. And we want to make sure that when someone comes to our pantry, they have the food. We have the food on the shelves to send them home with.
And typically, you have talked to me about the recipient, the person coming in to the pantry is typically a working parent, parents who are working, a working parent, and or seniors as well.
Yeah. I just talked to a man in his 70s yesterday. He stopped in. This is the first time he'd ever been in there. He's never had any assistance his whole life, but he's really having a difficult time paying all of his bills. And, again, the grocery store is nobody penalizes you if you don't go to the grocery store and shop. If you don't pay your power bill, your power gets shut off. Mm-hmm. You don't pay your insurance, there's repercussions for that. People need medication, and that impacts your health if you don't have it. The grocery store is the one place that people cut costs.
Sure.
And it's unfortunate because nutrition plays such a critical role in health and well-being.
It sure does. And we want to remind people that, yes, this is a moment that Nancy would like to take to thank this lovely community for everything that happened at Halfway to Freezing for Food. Folks don't know this, but Save-A-Lot's working right along with us.
They are.
They packaged everything. They get everything in the pallets. They order it ahead of time. They are so helpful. They price it. They don't charge us a tax. And they're busting their tails in there to help us as well. So it's a big-time community event.
It really is. With every program that we do at Jamieson Community Center, and we have many programs. Pantry is one program. Every single program that we have because of collaboration from the community.
You got it.
The pantry is one that we don't have any grant funding for.
Right. And so we want to remind people that forget about halfway to freezing for food now. Don't stop giving to the food pantry. It's not a twice a year thing. You've got Fairway Grocery Store does a roundup for you towards the end of the year as well.
Yeah.
Other churches, other people in this community also do food drives. So there's a reason why those food drives continue, because you're trying to keep that food on the shelves.
And summer months are always our busiest months. Last July, we had almost 600 visits, 597 visits to our pantry in 1 month. That is a tremendous amount. The other thing that I want to talk a little bit about, so we have our income guidelines at Jamieson Community Center are 185% of poverty or below. We allow families with children to come in and visit every week if they need to. Households without children can come in 2 times per month. We have had in the last 6 months, and I ran some statistics, we've had 627 individual families come in and use the pantry over the last 6 months. And out of all those families, all those households, we had 1 who came in the maximum number of times. 1. People use the pantry when they need to use the pantry.
Okay.
It isn't, and it is not an easy.
That's a good point. That it's not being. I shouldn't use the word abused. That's the wrong way to say that.
It's not an entitlement thing.
There you go. Yeah.
It's not an entitlement thing. It's a real need, and people use it when they need it.
Okay.
They don't use it just because it's there. They use it because they need food in the household.
Well, and the purpose of it too is to educate. So we had people who actually did not speak English, but figured out something food, the word food, and you were able to help them understand the resources you have available at the Jamieson Community Center as they continue to get on their feet.
Yeah, so I got out Google Translate and we used maps, and I got them down to Jamieson Community Center, and they did come in and visit. And as a result of that, there's another family who also visited. So they shared that information once they found out, and there's another family that's coming to visit now. Really important, I think. There were a lot of amazing discussions that went on last week out on the sidewalk as the groups were, filtering in and filtering out. And one of the things that we talked about, with our immigrant community, it's such a blessing to have them here. They fill a lot of jobs that would go unfilled without them. And they need a little help to get on their feet initially, but they get established in the community very quickly. And so we're happy to help them just, as they first arrive until those paychecks start coming in and they're able to support themselves. We're very happy to help with that. And I can share with you the gratitude and amazement.
Yeah, because they're coming from countries where you don't have an abundance of food.
Yes. And the wide eyes and the huge smiles and the hugs, and they are just so grateful and surprised.
Well, we live in the best country on the planet.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, Nancy, you keep up the good work, you and your team. And we're going to talk more. You've got a couple other programs, and we'll have you in a little bit later this month and talk more about some of the summer programs that you have kicking off.
Yeah, we all love what we do at Jamieson Community Center, and we are so blessed to be in this community with all of the support. Our pantry is run by community donations.
It sure is. We sure live in a great community.
And the community steps up.
Yes. All right, Nancy, we'll do it again in December.
Thank
In the
you,
meantime,
Melissa.
you can give anytime to the Jamieson Community Center, Roseville Helping Hands Community Center, or your local church food pantry. It is 8:48. That's Nancy Mowen.